Hi, I'm Jim Brewer, and I would like to tell you about the 5-night Cpap battery. Yes, that's right, a 5-night Cpap battery. Is your Cpap keeping you tied down? If you're like me, you rely on your Cpap for safe and effective sleep, but it can be a problem with some activities like camping or boating. If you've been using Cpap for a while, you probably recognize the contents of this bag, and inside it is a totally off-the-grid Cpap solution along with a 5-night battery. Last fall, I had the opportunity to make a blue water crossing, which is a long multi-day sailing trip in the ocean. It was a voyage from Virginia to Antigua, a distance over 1,700 miles, and expected to take 12 to 14 days of nonstop sailing. But the dilemma was how to run my Cpap for that long, because I knew without good rest it would be a tough trip, as we'd be having to stand around-the-clock watches, and good sleep would be important to maintain alertness during those watches. So I went searching for a solution to run my Cpap without affecting the boat system. When you are at sea that long, conserving power is very important to maintain your navigation equipment, nav lights, refrigeration, autopilot, and all those systems. I found quite a few medical-grade Cpap batteries, but they generally only claimed 1 to 2 nights of use and were fairly expensive. Then I found the Atom battery and solar charger, and I thought that looked promising. I ordered this from Amazon. I'll post a link in the description, and I was excited to try it out. I figured that if I got 1 to 2 nights of Cpap use, I could recharge it with the solar panel and meet my needs without affecting the boat's power supply. So let me show you what's in here. This is the original Cpap kit. Here's the hose. You've all seen that, the breathing tube. This is the Atom battery. It's not real big. It's got charging ports here. It's got a place where you can plug in, a regular wall outlet plug device. It's got the charge indicator right here. See, I'm down to 2 bars. And it also has a flashlight built in. So it's a pretty cool little device. I have my Cpap machine here. This is the Rimstar System 1, and I'm using it without the humidifier, and also the solar panel, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. So basically, and of course, the charger as well. So that's everything that I purchased to go with it was the solar panel and the battery, and it came with the charger. So when my Atom battery arrived, I was excited to try it out. I charged it up using the supplied 120 volt charger and then began nightly tests. The results were simply incredible. I used my Cpap for 5 nights before it needed to be recharged, a total of 31 hours of Cpap runtime over those 5 nights. After the first night, it still showed full bars. After the second night, same thing. I was beginning to wonder if this thing was ever going to run down. After the third night, it went down to 4 bars and stayed that way even after the 4th night. Then after one more night, it dropped from 4 bars to 1, so I didn't try another night. But that was an incredible 5 nights of Cpap therapy with 1 battery. See the chart here that shows the run times in total times. Then I charged it up with the solar panel, which took most of the day in good sunshine, and I then repeated the sleep test with similar results seen again. I charged the solar panel on my front porch, which faces south, for good all-day sun exposure. So how did it do during the actual voyage? Well, it worked wonderfully and allowed me to run my Cpap whenever I needed to, given the unusual timing of on-watch and off-watch cycles. I didn't ever use the solar panel because we were running the generator about 2 hours a day to charge boat batteries, and I would charge my ATOM battery during those times, and that proved enough to keep it charged up. About 3 days before we made landfall at the end of the trip, the generator quit, so we had to be super cautious with our power usage, but my ATOM battery kept up with my Cpap until we got to the harbor in Antigua. So let's talk details for a minute. I'm using the Rimstar System 1 without the humidifier. I think that is one of the keys to long battery runtime because the humidifier of any Cpap consumes a lot of power. To avoid getting dried out, I used a humidifier. It's an inline humidifier on the breathing tube. It worked well, and I never woke up with cotton mouth. Another factor may be that the Rimstar uses 12-volt power, which is the same as the output on the ATOM battery. Because of that, I was able to leave the big charger block at home, and all I needed was a simple power cord, which is this power cord right here. This plugs in from here to the Cpap here, and you can see the Cpap powers up and starts blowing. Come on. There it goes, it's blowing. You can probably hear it. So I would have liked to have had a slightly longer cable, but this is the only one I could find that had the right fittings on it. So it proved to be the right one. I'll post a link to that in the description as well. Let's look at the solar panel for a minute. The solar panel is pretty cool. It comes with a charging cable and a couple of carabiners to hang it up. Actually, I think there's 4 of the carabiners, and it unfolds to about a foot high and 7 feet, roughly 7 feet long. You probably can't even see all of that in the screen. And obviously you want to hang that up in an area where it's going to be exposed to good sunlight throughout the day. So, pretty great system. The Rimstar isn't my current Cpap. I'm currently using the ResMed AirSense 10, which is a great machine but requires 24 volts. And I'm not aware of a way to turn it off, to turn the humidifier off. So that's going to make it use more power. But if your Cpap machine won't run off of 12 volt and you have to plug it in, you can plug it in. A regular type device plugs right in here like that. And then you also have the outlets for cell phones and other small devices. So it's a really great device. And there you have it, folks, a compact, off-the-grid Cpap solution for under $300, or half of that if you don't think you need the solar panel. You know, if you're just going on a weekend camping trip for 2 or 3 nights, I bet this battery is all you need. That and your Cpap, and you're good to go. I know for me, my days just go better if I'm using my Cpap. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. If you decide to pick up the battery or the solar panel or both, please click click on the link in the descriptions below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.